Hello everyone. Today we are going to learn a trick for finding the highest common factor using Vedic maths. The HCF is the largest number that divides two or more numbers without leaving a remainder. It is also known as the greatest common measure or greatest common divisor. To find the HCF of numbers, we can use Vedic sutras such as Vilkonam and Vyavakalanam. Vilkonam means finding the solution simply by observation. Now I will explain how to find the HCF of numbers using the sutra Vilkonam. Let's take an example. What is the HCF of 12 and 48? By observation, 12 is factor of 48. Hence, 12 is the HCF of 12 and 48. Let's take another example. What is the HCF of 8 and 24? By observation, 8 is the factor of 24. Hence, 8 is the HCF of 8 and 24. Vyavakalanam refers to finding the solution simply by subtraction. Now, I will explain how to find the HCF of numbers using the sutra Vyavakalanam. Let's consider an example. What is the HCF of 12 and 15? First, find the difference between 15 and 12. That is, 15 minus 12 is 3. Since 3 is factor of both 12 and 15, we can conclude that the HCF of 12 and 15 is 3. Let's take another example. What is the HCF of 16 and 24? First, find the difference between 24 and 16. That is, 24 minus 16 is 8. Since 8 is the factor of both 16 and 24, we can conclude that the HCF of 16 and 24 is 8. Let's take another example. What is the highest common factor of 18 and 30? First, find the difference between 30 and 18. That is, 30 minus 18 is 12. Next, we observe that 12 is not factor of both 18 and 30. Now, let's write the prime factorization of 12. That is, 12 is 2 times 2 times 3. The number 2 divides both 18 and 30, resulting in 9 and 15. Then 3 divides both 9 and 15, resulting in 3 and 5. Another 2 does not divide both 3 and 5. Therefore, the HCF of 18 and 30 is 2 times 3 is 6. Let's take another example. What is the highest common factor of 130 and 150? First, find the difference between 130 and 150. That is, 150 minus 130 is 20. Next, we observe that 20 is not factor of both 130 and 150. Now, let's write the prime factorization of 20. That is, 20 is 2 times 2 times 5. The number 2 divides both 130 and 150, resulting in 65 and 75. Then 5 divides both 65 and 75, resulting in 13 and 15. Another 2 does not divide both 13 and 15. Therefore, the HCF of 130 and 150 is 2 times 5, that is 10. Let's take another example. What is the HCF of 117 and 195? First, find the difference between 195 and 117. That is, 195 minus 117 is 78. Next, we observe that 78 is not factor of both 117 and 195. Now, let's write the prime factorization of 78. That is, 78 is 2 times 39. The number 39 divides both 117 and 195, resulting in 3 and 5. Another 2 does not divide both 3 and 5. Therefore, the highest common factor of 117 and 195 is 39. Let's take another example. What is the highest common factor of 8 and 12 and 16? First, we need to find the difference between the numbers. That is, 16 minus 12 is 4 and 12 minus 8 is 4. Since 4 is the factor of all three numbers, we can conclude that the HCF of 8 and 12 and 16 is 4. Let's consider another example. What is the highest common factor of 10, 35 and 40? First, we need to find the differences between the numbers. That is, 40 minus 35 is 5 and 35 minus 10 is 25. The smallest difference is 5. Since 5 is the factor of all three numbers, we can conclude that the HCF of 10, 35 and 40 is 5. Let's consider another example. What is the highest common factor of 36, 60 and 84? First, we need to find the difference between the numbers. 84 minus 60 is 24. 60 minus 36 is 24. Next, we observe that 24 is not factor of any three numbers. Now, let's write the prime factorization of 24. That is, 24 is 2 times 2 times 2 times 3. The number 2 divides both 36 and 60 and 84, resulting in 18 and 30 and 42. Then 2 divides 18, 30 and 42, resulting in 9, 15 and 21. Then 3 divides 9, 15 and 21, resulting in 3, 5, 7. Another 2 does not divide 3, 5 and 7. Therefore, the HCF of 36 and 60 and 84 is 2 times 2 times 3, that is 12. Try this one and comment your answer.